Hey, Miss Cassandra, how are you? Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is having a good morning. This was not a planned live stream. It's kind of just random, a quick little get ready with me stream. Let me turn this off. So this is more just for me to get ready. I'll kind of tell you guys what happened. It's kind of funny, but it's like YouTube issues. Hey, Della, how are you? I hope everybody's having a good Friday morning. Hey, JJ. Hey, Madison. I'm finally feeling somewhat normal. I am still super fatigued and I still have a slight runny nose, but I'm not suffering so much with the headache I've had. And some of the other symptoms I've had seem to have gotten better. So I figured since I have to get ready for a video that I will go ahead and get ready with you guys. I did already put my foundation on and prepped my eyelids because I was going to, I don't know if it's the Rona, Miss Cassandra. I got tested last Thursday and I was supposed to get the results in like 3 to 5 days. And I went through the free testing that the state does because I haven't set up my PCM here. I know I'm terrible at adulting for myself. So I kept calling the state and they ultimately lost my test and I can't return to work until I have my results showing I'm negative. So I had to get retested yesterday. Hopefully they don't lose this test and I'll have my results over the weekend. But I would have been non-functioning had I been going to work this last week. I've just been so fatigued, so tired, dealing with so many weird different symptoms. I don't know if it's the corona. It could just be a weird sickness. I rarely get sick, so when I do, it typically lays me out flat. So it is what it is. Hey, Three Mama. I'm glad that helped you out a little bit. So I'm just going to set my face. That was you last month. It was so weird. And, you know, I'm not 100%, but I'm feeling a lot better. That's why you guys have really gotten a lot of makeup content lately because I'm not trying to like say doing YouTube is hard, but it is easier for me to sit down and put on some makeup and take it off and go to bed than it is for me to sit here and try and be coherent when I'm struggling to stay awake. So that's why you guys have gotten a lot of makeup content. There's a couple more videos that I filmed yesterday that are makeup related. And I did film one reaction, which I went to go edit it before this ended up happening. I went to go edit it and it was 2.5 hours of footage and I made a mistake. So you can't even hear the video I'm reacting to. So I'm actually just getting ready to film that video so I can edit it and get it up for you guys because it's one I've wanted to do for a few months and I just hadn't done it for a couple of different reasons, but now I think it will show a pattern of behavior from a couple of individuals. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. You're always tired. Hey, Solo 7. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. Hey, Blue. Your 6-year-old is energetic. Hey, Delaney. I don't know if it's COVID. I don't think it is COVID. I think I just got knocked in the butt by something else. I honestly think like I had COVID at the beginning of the year when it first happened because I was knocked out for a couple of weeks when we first got to Utah. And is the lighting constantly changing for you guys like it is on my end? Hey, Dark Lily. Yeah, I don't know if it is. It might be, it might not be. I don't know. I just know I've been sick and really out of it. So I have done all of my face prep. I have done my base, my foundation, and I've done I've concealed my eyelids today. I'm just gonna do eyeliner and mascara. So I'm just gonna finish my face off first, and then I'll do the eyes. You thought you had COVID in November until you got COVID this November. I'm not sure what it is. You guys know I work closely with the community, so I am always at risk essentially to end up catching it. We do what we are supposed to keep ourselves and our clients safe, but it's not 100% preventative when you are constantly out in the community and in contact with people all the time. He was knocked out for 2 days and sick for 2 weeks. Laid my son out, very energetic kid. Yeah, I mean, I've heard COVID can really kick you in the butt. I just don't have some of the other symptoms that come with COVID. So I don't know if it is COVID or if it's just a weird sickness that I caught. So if it's not COVID and I'm still struggling to feel good, I will be going to a doctor. I have started to recover from whatever's going on. I am starting to feel better each day. I started to feel better yesterday, and I've only progressed since then. Obviously, I still struggle with keeping my thoughts coherent. So, which I knew the video I had filmed yesterday for you guys was going to take a while to edit. There were a lot of places I knew I was going to have to edit stuff out, and editing, since I'm so new to it, takes me, I think, triple as long as it takes people who are used to editing and know their software well. So I'm just on the struggle bus is really what it is. But I'm doing okay. It's just anytime I've tried to be productive, it hasn't gone well. So it is what it is, right? You don't have proof that you had it, but you've never been that bad before. Yeah. Well, I mean, not even unfortunately, it's a good thing. Right now, with everything being the way it is, a lot of workplaces like mine, if you're not feeling well, you can't come into work until you get tested and you know your results. So I have been at home, I mean, because I haven't gotten my results. So, which has been frustrating, but it is what it is. Struggle bus, but in the front seat. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to some sense of normalcy. If I don't get super fatigued today, I'm going to finish doing this, refilming this, and hopefully editing it and getting it out to you guys by tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow. And then this weekend, because we only have like 14 days or something like that until we have all of our company, I haven't done anything in our house to set up for that. I mean, we've purchased the beddings for each room that we want each room to have, but we still have to rearrange all the furniture, pull out all of the pictures, because that's one thing I don't know if I've talked about or I've shown to you guys yet. Since we moved, we really, like, I have a ton of pictures and paintings and like wall decor that I have not put up. So I have to go through all of that and like put it where we want it, set up the rooms how we want them. So it's just, I have a lot of content coming once I'm able to do it, but like setting up the furniture and stuff like that is going to be a little bit difficult to film because my husband doesn't want to be on camera, understandably so. I'm not upset about that, but he's going to have to help me move the furniture from each room to switch up the furniture, which he wants to do. It's just it'll be interesting to try and film that. Yeah, you can't, if you're sick, you can't return until you're negative. A lot of places are like that, especially if you're working with the public. And I mean, it's for the safety of the general public and yourself. So, I mean, I totally understand. It's just super frustrating because I should have had my test over the weekend last weekend. And although I have felt like crap, and at times I have still had a fever, so I wouldn't have wanted to be in work anyways. But it's like I don't know if I should be going to the doctor to see if I have something else or if it's the COVID and I need to isolate. So I've pretty much I've not left my house since I got tested, and then I went and got tested yesterday, but I went by myself, and my husband's been keeping a good distance away from me just in case it is something that I have. Do before and after pictures. Yeah, that's an idea. I could definitely do before and after pictures. I showed the before. The lighting was terrible when I filmed that bathroom video, so I don't think you guys could really see the rooms, but I can do a good bit of it by myself. It's just moving the beds, especially the big bed that we have in the front guest bedroom. That has to be taken apart and moved in pieces. And I know I can't do that by myself. And I could probably move the mattresses by myself if I really wanted to, but I don't know if I could, especially in my weakened state. I hate to say that, but I don't know if I will be able to do it. So good luck on your Zoom meeting. Hey, Lego series, we're kind of talking about whatever comes to mind. So I am trying to find my eyeliner brush that I prefer to use when I do my eyeliner. I have several, but the one that I prefer to use the most is the Anastasia eyebrow brush. It is the thinnest, so I find it is easier for me to be more precise the thinner it is. Also, I'm sure you guys know, if you don't, I am just going to say it really quick. If you follow Sloan on any social media platforms, today is his birthday. So if you didn't know, just be sure you wish him a happy birthday if you can. I'm sure he would greatly appreciate that. I know he's talked about it being his birthday, but just in case you're not on his other platforms where he's kind of told people his birthday was coming up, just so you guys know, I don't know if I'll be in frame as I do this part because I have a mirror right here. But do you guys have any plans for the holidays? I know this year is like so weird because of COVID. People's typical traditional holidays aren't able to happen and stuff like that. So you guys let me know what you are doing if you're doing anything. And I meant to say, I'm sorry if you guys can hear the dogs walking around in the background. You're staying home. Yeah, I'm staying home. This is the first, this looks a mess right now. We'll see if I can save it. Typically, I mean, this Christmas is going to be really weird for me. And that is because I mean, every year since I was 10, I've always been with my family. Even as an adult, I've always lived very close to my parents. My siblings hadn't always been there, but I've always like been close to my mom and dad. So I have always celebrated Christmas with my parents. And even since I've been married, my husband obviously would be a part of that. So this year it's the total opposite. Due to my husband's work, he never knew what years he would be working for Christmas. So we never really had it, since we don't have kids, it was never have to make sure we're splitting our time between our parents. And it was just easier for us to stay local. And I have always had a job, and most of the jobs I have worked, I didn't get the holidays off. Last year, I actually worked through Christmas the whole day by myself. It's just part of the territory with that job that I had. So this year, being with his family and celebrating it with his family is going to be fun and interesting. And that's why we have as many people coming as we do, because this is like somewhat of a family reunion for them. You always host Christmas for your family. Each year we do pajama Christmas. Everyone comes up. That's cute. And like, I understand people being concerned with like COVID and doing get-togethers and things like that. The good thing is most of our family, most of my husband's family that is coming, have to regularly get tested for COVID due to their jobs. So everybody who is coming will have, except for like the kids, will know are negative. So, and if I end up having it, I'll get tested before the holidays to make sure that I don't have it anymore before they come. You usually travel to California, not even related to COVID. I mean, I understand people's concern and stuff like that. We have to adjust to our new normal. Like, as a country, it is my opinion, and I'm in the belief that we need to kind of adjust. And, you know, I understand not everybody has the ability to adjust and to go out and things like that, but I don't think it's very fair for everybody to, or for others to judge or damn other people for doing it safely. If you're not doing it safely, then I understand people providing criticism, but if you're doing it to the safe, like the safe disability that you have, I really don't have a problem with it, to be quite honest. And I know that that's a mixed opinion, and not everybody's going to agree with me, and that is totally fine. Hey, Nikki, how are you? You're still going to do gifts? Yeah. You have a small family, and we live next door, so we will, yeah. Almost everybody has to dress up for work, so PJs is nice. That's a cute tradition. One of the dogs has meandered their way in here. I understand that for sure. Like, when you have somebody in your family who is more at risk. What are you doing, Paisley? Huh? When you have a family member who is more at risk, I definitely understand taking extra precautions. Are you going to come say hi? I don't know if she'll come up here or not. I know you guys like it when you see the doggies. So this is, don't lick that. This is Paisley. I'm sure you guys have seen her before. Go on. Go on. Go lay down. The other one can't come in here. He is way too big, and if he tried to do that, he would knock me over. And probably everything in this room, he's so wiggly. But what I was saying is I understand people who are in this situation or in a situation where they can't leave or it's more risky for them to leave. They have to take extra precautions if they are going to leave, or even totally change up their traditions and not be able to go at all because of the risk it may be to either themselves or a family member. I definitely understand that. And that's why on Thanksgiving, I tried to do a live stream for people who I know are in those situations. I've had subscribers tell me that they are homebound and that it's too risky for them to leave or to be with family. So I want to try and do that. It's going to depend for Christmas holidays if that will even be a possibility for me, because I don't know who is staying with us in our house, but I'm assuming there will be at least 4 to 6 people staying in our house. So in the room that I film in is I don't know what to call this room. It's where I do my crafting stuff. It's where all my husband's hobby stuff is, but it's empty. Behind this, up until the next wall, it's an open space. We have all of our work stuff lined up against our walls. So this room will probably have an air mattress in it and people will be sleeping in here. So I don't know how I will work around that, but it is my intention to try and figure out a way to go live either on Christmas or Christmas Eve, just like I did on Thanksgiving, so we can just have a conversation, so we can chat, check on everybody, check on each other. Hey, Melody. Yeah, right. She's not part wolf. She's just a Siberian Husky. She's actually very small. It'll be just you, your hubby, and the fur babies. State lockdowns, and your doctors have said they would prefer I not. Yeah, I understand some people are in that kind of situation. I definitely do. Hey, Rock List. Yeah, Paisley's a weird dog. I know you guys have asked for me to like do videos with the dogs. I will eventually. It's hard to capture their personalities in one day because some days they just want to be lazy and some days they're all over the place. So I would like to, in that video, I would like to capture their whole personality. So when I talk about them, you guys, or I refer to a behavior of theirs, you guys can see that and understand what I mean. Yeah, from my understanding, I appreciate that, Nikki. And my husband's family is although I love them to death, they are very last minute. We probably won't know until a few days before if some people are even coming due to some activities trying to be planned. We're trying to make sure that people are committing to us this year and committing to coming. So we will see, but my husband told me, it changes every day, but the last my husband told me there was going to be, let me see if I can figure, I think he said like 15 or 17 people are going to be coming to our area. Not that many are going to be staying with us, but it's my understanding that most of them are traveling and going to be here late Christmas Eve, and some of the family is even coming Christmas night, because we are in like a 6-hour driving distance from some of his family, so they're going to spend it at home and then come here. And a lot of his family, we're trying to plan stuff to do the day after Thanksgiving or Christmas, not Thanksgiving. Hey, Andrea. You're going to, okay, you're going to drive to your grandparents' house. Yeah, I really do understand the limitations that a lot of people are in. Due to it not being my place to talk about it, I have family members who are immune compromised, and COVID is really scary for them. And I understand completely why people are so cautious and having to be remote right now and not be around family or friends during the holidays. So I do actually really understand. I personally, like for me as a being, I don't know what that's like, but I do have very close family members who are in a similar situation. So I know it's hard for you guys. That's why I've tried my best to be available when I have time, but I'm also I don't know if this ever translates, but I'm going to do what I can for my community, but I'm also going to make sure I'm in a good place before I extend myself out to you guys, because it does no good if I'm not in a good place to be here for you guys, right? Does that make sense? I'm so sorry to hear that, Andrea. I hope your family is able to cope well. Hi, Jason. Yes, we are chatting. So I think that's, oops, all I'm going to do for my makeup today. Hopefully I don't do the same mistake I did when I filmed this video last time. Is there any do you guys have any questions, or is there anything you guys want to talk about before I leave for the day, or at least for right now? Try and clean up my working space. Hey Zoe, how are you? When it is warmer, you guys did movies in the driveway with the grandparents. That's super cute. I'm glad you guys were able to do something for some kind of normalcy. I know it's got to be hard adjusting to everything the way it is now. I have this overpacked. Wishing everybody an excellent weekend. We are going into the weekend. It's going to be a very busy weekend for me and my husband, so we will see how that goes. So you guys will have to let me know how you like those videos when they come out, because it won't be as big of transformations as what these rooms will probably go through, but there's other stuff around the house that since we've been here, since we've been working the full, like almost immediately when we got here, we both went to work. So we really never set this house up. What are you doing? we never really like totally set this house up to be very homey. Like we have everything where like our large furniture where we want it. But like I said, I have pictures that are still bubble wrapped. I've not hung hardly anything up on our walls. So if you guys want to see that kind of stuff, if you like the way these two videos or one video, I don't know how it'll turn out, let me know. Your grandmother is going through some health issues. You live in Panama. Your family's in the UK. Yeah, I'm so sorry that you are in a situation like that. I'm sure that's hard. And I mean, at least nowadays we have things like FaceTime and the internet where we can keep in daily or semi-daily communication with our family members and things like that. At least hopefully we can, not take that for granted and use that whenever we're able to. Oh, that's fun, driving you through the light display. I don't know if I'm sure there are some here. We used to go to the same one almost every year in Florida. I'm sure it has helped both you and her have some kind of peace of mind that you're able to talk to one another. What are you doing? She usually doesn't come in here. I usually have a gate up so they can't come in here. So she's enjoying the fact that she's getting to lay on the floor in here. She's a weird dog. She's super weird. I don't know where the other one is or what he's doing. He might be sleeping because I don't hear him walking around. Alrighty, guys. I know this was a short one. Hey, Jazzy. I know this was a short one. It was really just to get ready. I had, see, my train of thought is all over the place. I had started to just do a recorded video, and I was like, you know what? I could just go live right now and finish getting ready and talk with you guys in real time and have a conversation rather than doing another makeup related video. So I am going to get going so I can get this reaction video filmed for you guys. Keep an eye out for it. It's probably not going to be done until this evening or tomorrow because the last time I filmed it, it was 2.5 hours long, and that was before any editing. And editing takes me almost 3 times as long right now. Since this will be like my second take, hopefully I can maybe shorten it while I'm doing my reaction. We'll see. So if you guys want some commentary content, that'll be coming out, not tonight, tomorrow. And then I have a couple of makeup videos that we had discussed in other lives or in my comment sections on other videos that'll be coming out. You love long videos? It really depends on my mood personally. There's times where I seek out longer styled videos, and there's other times when I just want something short and quick. It depends on the topic and like what I am looking for. If it's about something I know nothing about, I'm going to look for the longer style videos so I know all of the information is going to be there. If it's like makeup videos, depending on what kind of videos they are, even though my videos tend to run long, I actually prefer shorter videos to watch, like get ready with me's, unless it's like a chatty one where they're like updating us and stuff like that. I prefer to have like a 15-minute video to watch. But if it's chatty, I don't mind if it's longer. If they're like collection videos, I prefer the longer ones to see to see the full collection. So I'm kind of all over the place as far as that goes. It's the same thing with what kind of content I consume. I consume all kind of content on YouTube. You know, doing this and like providing commentary for you guys. I've ended up watching more drama and problematic YouTubers and trying to be up on what's going on. This last week and a half, I've fallen behind on a lot of dramas, and I've had to like reach out to fellow creators who I've spoken to and just say, hey, like what's going on? Because I've seen stuff like subliminally put out there or sometimes directly, and I'm just like, what did I miss? Like, what happened in, you know, the 2 days I couldn't possibly pull myself to get online? Because I did watch a few live streams, but what I was doing was I was just listening to them. I wasn't watching the chat. I wasn't even engaging in the chat most of the time, because I don't want to be there and have some of you guys, because a lot of the chats that I end up in, I have similar subscribers to them. And when we arrive in each other's chats, our common subscribers want to say hi to us and want to engage a little bit. And I don't ever want to not be able to engage or acknowledge you guys when you are acknowledging me in another place. So I've done a lot of silent watching while I haven't been feeling well. Hey, mom of two cubs. Thank you. Jazzy J, it takes practice. Paisley, what are you sniffing? What are you doing? What? Hey, Leanne. That's the disadvantage of not being online. So much can happen in such a short space of time. Yeah, then you come back and you're out of the loop. I have been so confused. I've gone a day or two where I haven't been online, or I haven't seen a drama happen or been aware something happened. And I'm like, I see something, typically on Twitter, I will scroll through Twitter and I'll see a post or a tweet or whatever you want to call it. Shows how familiar I am with Twitter. And I'm just like, what is this in relation to? Like, what happened? And then I'm playing catch up. And then I'm not the kind of person to, and this could be a flaw. It depends on how you want to look at it. Unless I really know you, I'm not the kind of person to just take it at face value. I'm going to go, like, they tell me a situation or something happened, I'm going to go and reference that to be able to form my own opinion, especially if somebody's trying to get advice from me or if I'm trying to give advice to them. I want to make sure I have as much of the picture as I can before I say anything, because I never want to give anybody misleading advice or direction, or say this is how I would handle it, unless I am able to see what happened. Of course, I will always extend support and then do what I need to before I say anything. And it's just been a mess. I feel like while I have been ill, a lot of stupid, and I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, but there's been just stupid stuff happening on all kinds of platforms, not even just like in our little community, across the whole platform. Like, there's just been ridiculous stuff happening. And I honestly think a lot of it is to contribute to the state of the world. And I'm not trying to say that COVID should be used as an excuse, but people are being isolated. People aren't able to have communications or have human interaction. And I've made a video about it. People are consuming, in my opinion, way too much online time. And it is affecting how we are communicating with each other. Stupid shit that wouldn't be a problem any other time is now a big deal. And I'm not trying to say some things that are going on that people are addressing aren't issues that shouldn't be addressed, but I think they're being drawn out because people are wanting. I think there's like instigating happening is the best way that I can put it. Ulta is taking forever for deliveries, but you also got the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. They're on sale. Oh, are they on sale? Yeah, Ulta always, I have noticed Ulta has always taken longer to ship. That's why I have about 10 products that I could get at Ulta. Some I need to buy from Sephora. Excuse me, but I have so many of my daily products that you guys have seen and I've been saying for ever I need to get new ones, like both of my pressed powders, this and my Rimmel that is crushed to bits. I mean, some of these I can get at the drugstore, but unless I can go to Ulta and buy it, I really hate purchasing online from them because they take so long to ship. That's why I prefer Sephora. I have unfortunately spent I've spent enough to be in the Rouge category, so I get free 2-day shipping. Not that I'm bragging about that. And I'm probably going to lose it in December because I didn't spend the recommended amount to maintain Rouge this year. But I do like that about Sephora, that they offer that as a perk to their rewards program. But honestly, in breakdown, the Ulta rewards is better than the Sephora rewards. Just if you guys haven't seen videos on that, I would definitely suggest looking into it because Sephora kind of rips people off with their reward system that they have. You haven't seen her in quite a while, Melissa Newman. There's several people who used to be around all the time that aren't anymore, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if it's just a mix of the time, if she was in a different time frame. I know some people have been changing their usernames, and I'll get DMs about them changing their usernames for different reasons, and I'm not going to disclose who or why they're changing their usernames, but that has been a thing that is happening now. So if I see her, Melody, or if I hear from her, I will let her know. Do you have COVID? I don't know if I have COVID. To be honest, I really don't. You like longer videos when you're cleaning or cooking? It depends on what it is for me. I'm somebody who you guys have probably observed this. I have like a weird attention span. So if I'm watching something and it's of context or value, I want to provide my attention to it. Otherwise, I won't remember. So like even this goes to show if I watch Katie, I have to literally focus on what I'm watching because she irritates me so much, and like I get so frustrated that if I'm not paying attention to what she is saying, I won't remember it and I won't have any commentary about it. Like I have tried to watch a lot of her live streams lately, and I've had to just save them or screen record them because I haven't grasped all of what she is saying because my focus hasn't been there. Hey Jay, I'm glad you're here. They have a double pack for $35 right now. I don't want to go out of the house until I have my results, just in case, because this has been a drawn out sickness. So once I get my results, I probably will be going to Ulta. That's what's closest to me right now. I have to drive quite a distance to get to a Sephora, and I'm instant gratification. So I really, even though there's the 2-day shipping perk, I really prefer to go and purchase things and bring them home rather than having to order something. And I think I said that in my Manny MUA Eternal Eclipse review. For me to actually order something and wait for it to get here says a lot because I really, really, really disdain ordering stuff online. You had $135 at one time and another time 50, some less. Yeah, I mean, and Sephora doesn't offer anything like that, which is crazy to me because Sephora's products are so much more expensive. I understand, Jay. It must be exhausting at times to watch all the drama and then discuss it. Yeah, that's why I haven't really jumped on continuing to talk about Katie in the manner I was, because I was starting to get burnout from it and I was starting to get way too involved. Like I'm sure you guys noticed, and I know a lot of people liked my rants and my soapboxes, and those will still continue even when we're talking about other creators, because you guys like that side of my personality. But it was to a point where like I was really getting offended by some of the things she was saying and doing. And it was making it hard for me to really comprehend what was all going on. So I took a step back. Being sick has helped. But I mean, I stand behind all of those rants and those things that I have said in most of those videos, because that's how I feel. You're almost at platinum. So I am one of those people who, and I don't know why I'm like this, but I didn't really buy from Ulta. I think it's because where I was at before, it was easier and more convenient to go to Sephora for me than it was to go to Ulta. And most of the things I was purchasing at Ulta, I could get at a drugstore. So I was just getting it from the drugstores and making multiple trips to different stores to get the products I needed out of sheer convenience, to be honest. And then now that I have an Ulta closer by than a Sephora, I have found that I go to Ulta now rather than going to all of the little like drugstores, CVS, Walgreens, things like that. So I am actually not that far into the point system on Ulta. You're that way too, but you hate a lot of people. So you staying home, shipping is a good thing. Yeah. I mean, I can get that. I get the convenience factor and like not having to leave, especially now having stuff delivered is like a good thing. I'm just one that I want it to be instant gratification when it comes to stuff like that. Oh, hang on. Chat just started to move quickly. Yeah, I hope my results are negative too. She's exhausting to watch, never mind to talk about. It's getting excessive at this point, and I've said that a couple of times. And I'm almost 100%, and it's my opinion that all of this stuff is being calculated. Your brother, his wife, and two oldest have COVID. I hope your results are negative. You've reached KJ Overkill as a viewer of many commentary channels. Yeah, and I mean, I understand like a lot of her name is super clickable. Like I will give her that. And I think everybody's aware of that. Right now, because of what is going on legally, her name is being searched. It's being Googled. So if you put her name in the title or as a tag, especially if you're doing a live stream, you are raking in almost double or triple the amount of viewers you would typically have on a live stream, because her name is just so click worthy right now, so to speak, which I mean, I have fallen into the pattern of doing live streams and stuff like that to talk about her, because a lot of my core audience has wanted me to maintain talking about her. But it seems even some of you guys are kind of pulling back from wanting the live streams. It seems from my reaction videos that I've done on her makeup videos, it almost, what I am getting based off of analytics is like my actual subscribers want to just see commentary content, not so much the live streams, where my core audience isn't even getting acknowledged because I can't maintain a chat of 300 or 200 people. I can hardly maintain a chat of 150 people. So when it's getting larger, I'm literally just ignoring the chat and having to maintain any kind of focus. And I don't want to do that to my subscribers who are here beyond just my commentary on Katie. And I understand that commentary brings in new people. New people are likely to subscribe, and I appreciate that. But I'm not trying to be on a hate train, as Katie likes to say, not that other creators are, but what I don't want is to get a whole bunch of subscribers who only care about my Katie commentary, who aren't going to stick around, because then it does nothing for me or them, to be honest. Like, they're not going to watch my other content. They're only going to subscribe for those videos. It's like a double-edged sword right now with her and her content. Hey, Lizbeth. You think we should all wait until the 18th to talk about the court case? You hope it's on Zoom call, like the Sophie case. You don't want to derail the discussion, but you are a little upset about Creepshow's video about Josh. She has such a big platform and missed the mark on a bigger picture. Blue, I haven't watched that video. Britt actually texted it to me right before I went live, and I told her I was going to watch it. I am going to watch it, but unfortunately at this moment, I don't have any commentary on that. But that seems to be the overall conclusion from kind of what Britt was saying, her opinion of it was, and what you're saying here. And also, in these chit-chatty where we're not talking about a specific thing, don't ever feel like you're going to derail the conversation. I don't care if we get off topic. I don't care if we talk about other things. A live stream isn't supposed to be about one thing, in my opinion. It should be about whatever your audience wants to talk about. And if you guys aren't asking questions or bringing up other things, I'm going to talk about whatever comes to mind. And I've gotten some criticism from people in replay saying it takes me a long time to get to the point. And I don't know if it's because they don't realize it's a live stream, and that's the difference, is it's not just a solid point, it's like a conversation. So I can get at times why people delete some live streams. I'm still not going to delete mine, but I understand where, I guess, now that I'm getting criticism from it, why people may delete them, because it's not always coherent if you're not involved in the stream at the time. I hope that made sense, Blue. I am going to watch that video, and if you guys want my commentary on it, let me know. Starting to make videos about, so Melody's asking, and I'm not sure if you're referring to the Creepshow video or not. I don't have an opinion because I really haven't seen any of those videos. If other than the Creepshow one, if you guys know of other videos, let me know. I'm going to be completely honest. I am biased to Josh from the Dad Challenge podcast, and I don't even talk to Josh regularly, but I enjoy his message. Do I agree with everything he says and does at times? No. But overall, I support his channel, and I'm interested to see what these other creators are saying in their videos about Josh. Maybe something's happening that I'm not privy to, but again, I don't watch every single video of Josh's. Don't watch hardly anybody's every single video. I watch the ones that interest me, or the ones that I want to hear their opinion on or their take on. Being a commentator, if anybody is saying they're watching every single video and they're coming out like within the day and able to give you their input, it's not true. People are summarizing it for them. Like, I'm not trying to call any particular people out, but it's impossible to keep up with all of these creators who do hour-plus long live streams or videos and do multiple of them a day. You're not watching all of it. You can't. And then be able to provide commentary. Just be honest and say from what you saw. It bothers me when people say they watched all of another creator's content, because I don't find that that's really possible in some situations, if that made sense. You're obsessed with Ulta. Your poor hubby. Yeah, my husband went through a tough phase of me purchasing a lot of makeup more last year than this year. I really haven't bought anything in 2020. But last year and even the year before that, my job was, I got paid a lot more than those, so it wasn't really affecting anything. It was more my money that I was spending. You have to drive 100+ miles to get to Sephora. Yeah, the nearest one to me is more than that. It's more than 100 miles away. You feel the same way. Yeah, see, it seems a lot of people are kind of getting burnt out. You get too much anxiety. I just shopping right now, especially Christmas time. I'm like you. Yeah, I totally understand that. And I think there's more people who are instant gratification people. They just don't want to admit it. And that's fine. My husband is way worse than I am. Yeah, the hypocrisy is a mess. You guys are right. You're interested in breaking KJ news. Yeah, I understand like when something large happens or something of value happens, or if you're waiting every couple of days to talk about it. I definitely understand that. But for me, I didn't want to. I started to fall into this pattern where I was coming on and talking about it a lot, and I wasn't paying attention to other content that I like to provide commentary on. It started to be like my sole focus. And I have said and will continue to say I'm not a channel just about Katie or to comment on Katie. And I know channels out there that I really respect and I enjoy how they do their content. And so it's not anything negative. It's just for me what I want from my channel. Could you quit? I don't know if you guys can hear her scratching. Can you have moderators? I can have moderators. I choose not to. I find it causes more issues than anything. If I ever get to a point where people are getting upset and offended and arguments are happening in my chat, then I will maybe think about it. But until then, it's no offense to anybody. I've had a lot of people offer. I've told people whenever I get to that point, I will re-advise the situation. Currently, I just don't feel it's necessary. You're here for the tea. You just like to see everyone rehearsing the same stories. I appreciate that you have diverse subjects. I appreciate that you watch other stuff too. You started rewatching Amberlynn Reed reactions again, and that community has a dark side. It's not fun to watch. So, Amberlynn Reed is touchy for me. Do I see where she's been problematic? Yes, I did go through a long phase. Probably, it's been before she had cancer or talked about her situation with cancer. I went about 6 months where I didn't watch her content. I have regularly watched Amberlynn Reed for a couple of years now, and I've watched commentary, like reaction type videos. I am subscribed to Zachary Michael. He's about the only one that I subscribed to. I did see other people reacting, and I know there's other people who still react to her. The only person I really was able to watch was Zachary Michael as far as reaction videos go. I felt he was kind of level-headed in how he reacted to her. Did he throw shade? Was he sassy with her? Yeah, he was, but I understood his reactions to her because they were often aligned with like mine at times when I was like dumbfounded by her behavior. But she's very touchy for me because I don't agree with the hate and stuff that she gets or anybody gets. But I understand the criticism. I've seen the criticism. I've seen her problematic behavior. I've seen the allegations over the years that have been said and that she has thrown about like nothing and never fully addressed. I mean, I've seen it all. So that's one that I'm very, it's hard for me to really talk about. Like that would be long and drawn out. But I understand there is definitely a dark side to reaction videos of her. You haven't watched Creepshow, however, you really like Josh and what he's doing, calling these family channels out, kids aren't revenue. Absolutely. And I am all for what him and the other creators did a couple of nights ago. I had said when I was a newer channel discussing Micah Stauffer that I hoped at some point there would be larger creators who would be willing to band together and try and invoke change. I don't know which video it is. It's probably in multiple videos that I talked about that situation, but I am happy that they are doing it. It needs to be done. It needs to be, and I hope at some point, if they haven't already, opened that up for other creators. And I don't mean as far as like getting on live streams and stuff like that, but allowing other creators, because I would like to be a part of that, whether that's on screen or off screen, based off of my personal history and my professional experience. What they're talking about means a lot to me, and I don't want to make it seem like it's just face value stuff. So I don't even care if it's something on camera. I've been meaning to try and reach out to a few of them. I just haven't had the chance with not feeling well. I don't want to reach out and then not be able to follow through while I've been sick. No, Jazzy J, I haven't. I'm going to watch it. Zoe, is that what you're talking about? You want my commentary on that or something else? I'm super far behind in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. You think Josh has the right message but may need to change his approach? I'll have to watch Creepshow's video, and if you guys know of other videos, because it seems like there may be other ones, let me know so I can see all sides before I provide my commentary on it. I do support his message, though. You thought it was fair? I mean, you can support somebody and understand this is the problem, okay? And I haven't even seen it, so nobody can really say that I'm picking a side. And I'm going to say this blanketed. This is the problem, in my opinion, with how dramas and stuff like that is developing and becoming an issue on the internet. You can enjoy somebody and still give them criticism. You can enjoy somebody and enjoy watching somebody, but still see faults in how they are doing their content. It doesn't mean you can't like them or their other content. Since when has this become a place where you can only like creators if they're doing absolutely everything the way that you want it to be done? Because in your life, you haven't done everything right all the time. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So for us to be, as viewers, to be portraying that and pushing that onto creators is unrealistic and is a problem, and is why a lot of these dramas become dramas. Creepshow is able to provide her commentary on Josh. Everybody's able to provide their commentary on other creators. And just because I enjoy Josh and I approve of his message doesn't mean I'm going to say what Creepshow is saying is absolutely wrong, or her opinions or what she points out is invalid, because that is her opinion. That is her critique of his content and how he is doing his content. That doesn't mean she's trying to convince you to not like Josh. That doesn't mean anything. I haven't seen the video, so I don't know. But oftentimes I am noticing creators providing their commentary, like I did about Katie in the beginning, and even currently. I'm not trying to convince people to not like Katie. I'm trying to make sure people are just looking at the picture, the full picture, not being blinded, not being narrow-minded, not only seeing for what the creator is telling them, but seeing the big picture. that shouldn't automatically invoke a drama. It really shouldn't. And I don't know if it's the creators getting offended or butthurt, or if it's the subscribers and viewers feeling that they need to defend a creator that they enjoy. Because as viewers and subscribers, I have said multiple times, leaving a negative comment does nothing for you. It does nothing for the creator. I mean, is it like a good pat on the back? Like, oh, I told them, because I can promise you, if you use any vulgar words or hateful words, they're not going to see it. Most creators have words blocked on their comment section, so it goes into a review folder. And when you have the amount of subscribers some of these people have, they are not going through that. Either somebody else is doing it for them, or they're just not caring to have those comments on their channel. So it's really not worth it to me, at the end of the day, to leave a negative comment. To provide legitimate constructive criticism or provide your opinion or your contradiction to whatever statement they made is one thing, but you can do it as an adult and not be insulting and not be offensive. And it seems that that line is crossed all the time. Like, people can't see how to have that conversation without trying to make low blows or to hurt somebody's feelings in the same breath. Ulta is much more accessible. I think Ulta is more accessible. You don't have notifications on. For Josh, you watch the videos that interest you. Overall, you enjoy his take on things, but his execution could use some work. I mean, that's constructive criticism. There's nothing wrong with that. And I just said earlier, I only watch content from the creators that interest me. I don't watch all of their content unless it's needed for me to provide my opinion or my reaction. I'm not going to try and watch all areas of their content. If somebody tried to watch all areas of my content, I'm sure that they would feel overloaded, because I have personal content on here. I have my childhood story on here. I have how that has continued to affect me as an adult. I have makeup content on here. I have nail content on here. I have commentary content on here. I have live streams where we just talk. I mean, that's 7 different genres that my content could fall under. You see the opinions that he's obsessed with the stoppers, but what people don't understand is he is trying to make a difference in a way bigger issue. Yeah, I don't understand, like, this term obsessed being used. You started watching me because of my KJ videos, but you enjoy watching show how you apply your makeup. Yeah, and I understand that, and I know these points are all over the place, and as I go in the chat, we're going to end up circling back, but I understand not everybody watches all of my content. That is very clear in my analytics, that there are certain videos that people will watch more than my other videos, but I'm going to stay true to myself and what I want to do, and I'm going to upload whatever I want. And if people don't want to watch a video or it doesn't pique their interest, I understand that when I load it, that, like, my nail videos hardly get any views, but I'm okay with that. It's still something I do, and I'm going to just go ahead and film it for the people who do care about those videos. The issue you have is Creepshow did an interview with someone else and they brought it up, and now she's making a whole video about it. Who'd she do an interview with? Seems like, Madison, you're saying the same thing as Melanie, sorry. You can go to Without a Crystal Ball subreddit and talk about KJ anytime. Yeah, I don't know how to work the subreddit. It's a mess to me. I'm trying to figure it out. Nikki, I haven't seen the live. I screen recorded it and fell asleep. I fell asleep while it was screen recording, so I'm not sure what was said. I've seen things on Twitter about it, and I've seen like the commentary that she is going back to her old ways, which I will tell you guys, the reaction video I'm doing is from a few months ago, but she is included in the reaction video. It's not to one of her videos though, just to show her pattern of behaviors, because she has tried to convince people this last week or so that everything has changed, but this is her pattern. Hey, Ampatone, glad you made it. You think he's shedding light on a disgusting genre of this platform? I think it's too much with the Stoffers. I think he's a good guy. You're just sick of it all. And I think that's how people are starting to feel about the Katie stuff, and I knew it would happen eventually. Paisley, seriously? It's a problem with having dogs in here. Sorry, guys. Not that I really care if you see what's behind me. It's just a wall and a bunch of craft stuff all over the place, but it might be distracting. Hey, Beauty Demon. Hey, Kat. I think you would offer a lot of, yeah, and so the thing is, for me personally, about family vlogging, I have provided my commentary on like the Micah Stauffer situation, because that really does hit true to home. I find with these family vloggers, it is hard for me to try and remain objective. Because I am extremely passionate about it, and I don't want to offend people, because I can see that not all family bloggers are bad. It's unfortunate that a lot of the larger ones, it can be proven in a lot of content. Josh and Sloan are not the only two doing content on family vlogging, or these other creators. I mean, there have been people speaking out about family vlogging for a long time. Smoky Glow has made some very valid points in her video about the Ace family done a while ago. So, I mean, people have had these issues with family vloggers for a long time. I don't want to be somebody who ends up nitpicking, because I know that's what I will end up doing with these family bloggers. And I don't want to make assumptions about stuff based off of just what we see online. But I absolutely hate family blogging. And I've thought about calling out other family bloggers, as a lot of my fellow creators like Josh and even Britt and Sloan have, but I feel like they're doing a good job. In a video every once in a while from me providing my commentary on a family maybe is enough for me, for my followers. Now, if you guys are going to ask me for more content related to that, I will do what you guys ask. If it's something I feel I can do and maintain some kind of objectivity on and provide some education on, I'm okay with doing that. But so far, nobody's really asked for that content from me, so I haven't felt the need to push myself into that genre, if that makes sense. Okay, so I will watch the Creepshow art video, and I'll see who else is going live tonight. I'll watch it today and try and gather as much context as I can, and then we'll do a live stream about it, because I don't. It seems only a couple of you guys care about what my opinion is on that, so I'll just probably do a live so we can all talk about it openly. You didn't know Josh copyright struck people, did he? I mean, I don't follow even creators I support. Like, I don't follow their every single move. Emily made a video talking about, yeah, I know. I've seen that video. And I don't want to get my opinions of that video and how Katie has tried. So I'm assuming that's what her live stream's about. I will want to, again, watch her live stream for context. But I have opinions on that. I just don't want this to end up being about that stuff. You're tired of negativity online. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not always the most positive person either. Like, I don't try to make it seem like I am, but I do really try to always give people the benefit of the doubt and to play devil's advocate. Even when I have gone on rants about Katie, I have said, but I can see, but I understand, but I can understand why, because I can. I really can, even when stuff frustrates me. I can try my best to be as objective as I can and see where the other individual is coming from. To me, that is the definition of being unbiased, is being able to understand both sides. Yes, we're people, we have opinions, so you're going to sway one way or another on almost any situation. But to be unbiased, you are able to see both sides and speak from both sides and then provide your opinion on why you lean one way or the other. That is my interpretation of being unbiased. When it comes to commentary, obviously. Yeah, Jay, I've seen the retweet. I didn't know that's what her live stream was about. Every creator says, in my opinion, but if you, as a subscriber, want to say something else, you would be ignored or rejected. You can enter the dialogue. I'm not sure if I understand what you're trying to mean there, Lean. Oh, what just happened? Evelyn Reed needs so much help with her mental health. I'm only sub to DC Media Girl. I've never heard of her. Some of her reactions got mean. Nobody deserves that amount of hate. Yeah, I don't think anybody really deserves hate at all. If they do something problematic, like, let them know they've done something problematic. And why I don't, and this is honest, like, I don't understand giving people hate. I don't understand even Katie. Like, I don't understand people giving her hate. Do I understand criticism and calling her out on poor behaviors and patterns of behaviors? Yeah, but that's calling her out. That's not necessarily providing her hate. You think Josh wants the Stoffers to be deplatformed, the Stoffer Garage channel? It seems that way. I mean, hasn't he made that comment before? The video explains why she says obsessed. Over 60 videos made on the Stoffers is frightening. It's not making a change. It's just being mean. I mean, that's her opinion. The 60 videos, if that's how she is, if that is her only reason to say the word obsessed, again, I don't know the video. I need the context of the video. But there are drama channels and stuff like that who make multiple videos on whoever is trending for them at that time. There's drama commentary channels who have made a buttload of videos on James Charles, on Manny MUA, on Laura Lee, on Tati, because it's what their content is reacting to them and what they're doing. I appreciate that, Leanne. I talked about earlier, I think it was before you got here, I am going to do the other bedrooms like I said I would, because you guys in the comment sections wanted me to do that for you guys. That's probably going to be done this weekend if I can maintain a good level of energy. You like his critical commentary more than his parodies, but I think that's because parody content doesn't appeal to you anymore. Parody content doesn't always appeal to me either. I understand the commentary, like the comedy in parody. I really do. And maybe this is me just being a wet rag. I find it really at times can cross the line into just being hateful or being mean or nitpicking. And I don't see the benefit of all parody content. Someone said you need to be outrageous on YouTube to get your message out there. I don't know if I fully agree with that. A lot of it, and it depends on your message and what you're trying to accomplish, though. Do I have any nail people that you watch on YouTube? I watch a lot of Emily Susanna's videos. I watch Young Pretty Nails. Is that her name? There's two creators that I watch for nail videos almost all the time. And then I will skate between, I watch a lot of their videos for inspiration or where to maybe get products or what products worked for them. Hey, Crispy. Yeah, the dog broke the fourth wall. She definitely did. What kinds of crafts do I do? So I'm working a side business with my sister-in-law where we do like glitter tumbler cups and like glitter and iron-on shirts and things like that. Some woodwork she does. Those are the primary crafts I do. My second channel's name is, let me try and just find it for those of you who are interested. There's not very many videos on there right now. I have been filming some content, but because I haven't been feeling that well, it's taken me longer to get my content up there. I'm in the middle of making a couple of different cups right now that I've filmed. I think continuous commentary content doesn't work for everyone. If you don't start to dabble in other niches or other activities, your stuff starts to get tired. And I really think that depends on how your commentary is set up, in my opinion. I think if you set yourself up to be able to talk about all kinds of commentary, you're less likely to fall off. But if you've set yourself up to provide commentary on just one individual, when that individual stops being a hot topic or stops feeding into whatever it is that's causing you to have all this commentary, your channel might die off. People also will just get bored of hearing about the same stuff over and over again. Once the pattern has been put out there and talked about and people are realizing and able to acknowledge the pattern themselves, they're not going to continue to feed into commentary on that particular person unless you're providing an extra spice to how you do your commentary, like personality wise or in your delivery. I agree. I think people can get uninterested in creators. They're almost limiting themselves at times. Camellia also did a video. I don't know who that is. This might be really weird and unpopular, but I had to stop watching Smokey Glow because you just felt like she was shouting at the camera too much, even when she was not ranting. It's a shame. I went through a weird phase with Smokey Glow not too long ago where I felt she was, for those who may be watching and don't know, I am also a social worker. Although she is working on getting her master's, I did not do that. I find that she kind of utilizes her degree and her education to push her opinions out there more. And it took me a long time to be able to identify what was kind of, maybe I wasn't not watching all of her content, but I wasn't watching her non-makeup content anymore because I felt she became a little bit preachy in using her degree. And being as I had the same degree at the time, I wasn't fully agreeing with her opinions and her delivery and how she was talking about some things because she was in my opinion, what I was seeing was her utilizing her degree to push her narrative. And I didn't like that. And it took me a while to figure it out. I have since returned to watching her content, but I only watch like her makeup related content at this point. Until I see something that makes me want to watch her other content, I probably won't. And so you're not the only one. This conversation has happened on mine and Britt's lives before about Smokey Glow here and there. You're going to watch her video after this? Yeah. Seems people want to be in groups that identify as the same likes and dislikes. That gets boring. You're almost 45, so you get irritated often. I don't mean it to happen. Oh, okay, Lean. I understand what you mean now. I'm one of the few creators who respect someone else's opinion, and you can start a debate. I didn't understand what you meant. I think it was just the wording. There are other creators who will allow you to provide your opinion. It's just I don't think all other creators are able to really have that conversation. Like I think creators think they're able to have that conversation, and I'm not having anybody in particular in mind, but I think I have seen other creators at times say that they're open to criticism, that they're open, Katie, not trying to pinpoint her. That's not the point of this. I've seen other creators over the years say they're open to debates and criticisms and things like that. But the second somebody brings something to their attention, it's they don't like me, they hate me, they're being mean to me. And that's not necessarily the intent of that person. Someone can provide you constructive criticism. Somebody can provide you an opinion that's opposing of yours. You don't need to be disrespectful or ignore the other opinion because you're trying to push your narrative. That is what pushing your narrative is, when you are seeing other people's opinions and you're choosing not to address it. And the ones that you do address are the ones that are overly hateful or are nasty, just so you can say, see, this is why I don't talk about other people's opinions, because they're just mean and they're hateful. Because not everybody who's providing that same thought is providing it in a negative way. Yeah, Jazzy J, I hope you are feeling better. Josh Stoffer content is for a total different purpose than his family vlogger content. And he's trying to make sure that Micah cannot come back and continue to profit on YouTube after exploiting and traumatizing a child for views. Yeah, I can see that being his message in some of the videos that I have seen. Like I said, I haven't watched all of his videos. My mom, okay. I don't want to talk about people's medical stuff on here, just in case you don't want everybody to know who may watch and replay. Yes, I do have a Cricut, and that is often what I use. So Zoe, in my last, not the video I just uploaded the other day, I have not gone back and updated the description. In the video before that, all of the links are there for like the email, the Instagram, and I believe the Etsy shop is linked for you to place any orders if you're interested. And they're all customizable. You like crafting? Hey, Melanie. Thank you, Rocky Keystone. I'm so glad you caught the live. You have a refreshing approach to making YouTube content. Being honest and kind is rare. Unfortunately, it is. And what I have observed over the years is I've observed people get on here and want to offer genuineness, offer the honesty, and then they get bogged down by all of, whether it's the negative or the positive comments, they get bogged down by that, and it ends up steering how they move forward once they get to a certain subscriber count. And that's when people start acknowledging, hey, I think you're changing. Hey, something's not the same anymore. And I don't think the creator always sees that they are changing how they're doing their content and how they are perceived online. I don't think always are they aware that the change is happening, but I think people get bogged down in both ways. I think positive comments on certain content will push people to only do that kind of content and not maybe do some of the other content they want. And it's totally up to the creator how they want to maneuver their channel moving forward. Hey, Scars and Lip Gloss, how are you doing? Whenever someone says they're open to criticism, I hear, I'm just saying that, please be nice to me. Okay, thanks, bye. That phrase irritates the heck out of me, to be honest. Please be nice. Please be nice. Well, people are going to, if you are in, and I'm pretty sure I've said be nice to me, but I mean it rhetorically. If I'm trying new content, like don't be a total asshole about it, but like I'm fine with you to say, hey, I don't like this content, or this doesn't suit my interest, please don't do it again, rather than this was shit, why did you do it? I mean, there's a difference in those kind of comments. And I don't know if that's what people mean when they say, please be nice to me. I've heard Katie make that comment a lot lately, and it's because she's getting a lot of criticism from people I don't think she ever thought she would get criticism from. The topic is a lot of things. We've kind of been all over the place. Yeah, for sure, Zoe. And if you have any questions, just DM. My sister-in-law is the one who primarily runs the Instagram account right now, while I'm running like the YouTube and stuff like that. But just DM her. If she doesn't respond to you, DM me and I will follow up with it. Can I do a how-to on that? I don't know if you want it, Nikki, I might have my sister-in-law do a how-to over me on that second channel, because my Cricut knowledge is actually very, very limited. I learn new stuff on my Cricut every day. I have had mine for a year. Has it been a year? Yeah, I've had mine for a year. I got it just before Christmas last year. And I have the Cricut Maker, and I'm pretty sure my sister-in-law has a different one, but she understands that stuff better than I do. Yeah, I understand not wanting to support problematic YouTubers, especially if you are within an older demographic. I think people like my 30 and up, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but I think people like who are my age and older, the problematic stuff is just bullshit to us. Like, it's not even entertaining. It's not, I think we get frustrated with it because we see through the bullshit and we're just like, why is this even, why are they at the point that they are with subscribers and views? I know some people like to watch the dumpster fire that is like Jeffree Star or Kylie or Tana Mojo, but I can't even consume that content because and I know Jeffree Star's content isn't even that bad, but I can't consume it knowing how problematic he is, knowing the things he has done, especially currently. That's a whole nother freaking issue. But I'm just like, I really think it's an age thing and a maturity thing. I may be wrong in that. Sorry if I offend anybody who's younger or who is in my age demographic and feels opposite of me. That is just my opinion and my take on it. Thank you for being here, Leanne. I'm probably going to be getting off here shortly. What's your favorite eyeliner? My favorite eyeliner is the Potted Anastasia in Jet. Uncovering, yeah, you can change the subject. I don't mind at all. We're not really, I'm not trying to stay on any particular subject. A video. Nikki, I will talk to my sister-in-law and see if she wants to do it, if she has time to do it, or if I need to do it. She can just tell me some of her tips and tricks because she works and goes to school both full time. So that is why I started helping with her business. She started her business several months ago, but she started to get overloaded. And I heard a conversation she was having with my husband because it's my husband's sister. And I have all this stuff and I've always kind of been a crafter. So I just offered it out to her and she was like, yeah, that'd be cool. So he is so gross. Thank you for feeling the same way. I don't want to judge anyone who does like him. Yeah, I don't. And if you like Jeffree Star or any of those problematic people, like, fine. It's cool. You can like them. It doesn't mean I have to like them. I really genuinely fall under that. I can see why people like watching Jeffree Star because he does a good job at makeup. I understand his YouTube is about his makeup and him doing his makeup. I used to watch it, but I got to a point where all I could see when I watched his videos was him as a terrible person, in my opinion, and the terrible things he has done to other people and his problematic history. I understand people can change, but the problem is he hasn't changed. It's just what he is allowing the public to see. And when you have people who've been close to him provide legitimate receipts or their experiences, everybody's experience is valid. It doesn't mean it's true, but as people, when somebody is giving you their experience or telling you their story, I think we should be listening to them. Does that mean we have to absolutely believe what they're saying is true without a shadow of the doubt? No, but you should really be taking what they're saying into context and into how you form your opinion. Does that mean people lie and take advantage of others? Yes. Unfortunately, there are very crappy people in this world who do things like that. That's when you have to let your intuition come in. That's when you have to be able to think critically. That's when you have to really take apart the situation and see if you think they're being genuine. I mean, that's what making decisions and forming your own opinion is supposed to be about. You're 40 and you enjoy a good dumpster fire. However, you don't get emotionally involved with it. I can understand that for sure. You bought your daughter makeup for her birthday. You got a Morphe palette for like 75% off, but the colors are beautiful. Is Morphe good? Depends on who you talk to be honest. I don't have any Morphe palettes, and that's primarily because Morphe wasn't in stores when I was even considering purchasing Morphe palettes. I've heard hit and miss things with their products. I have their concealer, which a lot of people don't like. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and I think it does fine. I don't wear this as a typical concealer usually, though. So it really depends on who you talk to. I wouldn't be so worried because you purchased a palette that has negative reviews that it has to be bad, because there's palettes I have that people absolutely did. Like Britt said in one of her videos that she doesn't like Natasha Denona. I thoroughly enjoy Natasha Denona's formula. So, I mean, that goes to show it's all based off of you, how you work with it, what you're using it for. Everybody has difference of opinions. Hey, it's Madison Grace, closet. That I'm not watching KJ anymore. I had to change it back. Love you. Hi, chat. See, Mom of Two Cups enjoys their products and their palette. Yeah, everyone loves different formulas. And I did that e.l.f. comparison with the Natasha Denona. Most of my palettes, if you have seen my makeup collection video, most of my palettes are higher end palettes, except for the e.l.f. And that's just because I'm a little bit bougie with my eyeshadow. But when it comes to the rest of my makeup products, I buy all over the spectrum. You guys have seen, I recently have been using Wet n Wild as my foundation. I also have things like Fenty Beauty. I have Huda Beauty. I have Tarte. I have a Born This Way foundation. I have a Milani foundation. I mean, my foundation drawer is massive. It shouldn't be, but it is. You know, on the other side over here for powders, I have the Fit Me loose powder, and then I have like the Fenty Beauty powder. Like you're gonna find good products all over the pricing market. I just poured, that lid wasn't shut all the way. And I mean, even for bronzer, although I primarily use my Fenty bronzer because this is my holy grail, I also really like the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, which is a drugstore product. A lot of these other sample sizes that I get are from Ipsy that I had. I canceled it because I don't think Ipsy is worth it personally. I kept it for about a year and I never really got anything of super high quality out of it. You know, I have a ton of eye products that, like eyeliners. This is a ridiculous amount of eyeliners. I am aware, especially since I don't use these really. But I have like the Marc Jacobs to the Sephora brand to a Wet n Wild to a NYX one. I mean, there are all kinds of products out here. Don't feel you have to buy high-end to fit in. Makeup is not supposed to be something you fit into. It's supposed to be what works for you. Natasha Denona is extremely pricey, and I don't think all of her products are worth the money. For example, where is it at? Paisley, do not knock that over again. I have, where's my other one? Where is it at? I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Oh, here it is. So as far as Natasha Denona goes, I have these, which they're not very expensive. I think they're like $25 or something like that. But these are other products from Natasha Denona. She has full-size products. Sorry if I blind you guys. But this is a blush and a highlight, and this is a bronzer and a highlight. Now, I do like this bronzer, but the pan is so small. It was really just to try it. Occasionally, I will manage to work a brush into that and get a good bronzer. But these highlighters, I absolutely hate. I hardly wear highlight as it is, but these highlighters look like glitter on my skin. And I don't have very textured skin, but I think they look like crap. So I would not recommend Natasha Denona's highlighters. I also have another expensive brand is a Kevin Aquan highlight and contour thing, which was, this is not the full size, but this brand is crazy priced and I don't like it. I know people say that his contour things are top notch, which is why I bought this when I saw it was a smaller sample size and not the full price. I hate this. I can't blend this out at all. And it could be a me thing. It could be, but that's just going to show there's expensive products out there that don't work for everybody. As I've been digging around in my drawers, I've missed some of the comments. Let me go back up. Hey, Claire. Yeah, everyone's opinions are different. No one's freaking out. It's a difference between just being respectful of one another and being adults. I think Morphe is a great brand. Oh, she's 14. You think that makeup's a great brand? Yeah, especially if she is of a younger age. I wouldn't want to necessarily go out and spend a whole bunch of money because she might not like it. And oftentimes there's going to be a curve with each product. If you watch my e.l.f. versus Natasha Denona, you have to work with e.l.f. more, but you can accomplish the same look because it's not as pigmented. Stop pushing that, Paisley. Quit it. It's not as pigmented as the Natasha Denona, but you can still accomplish a very similar look. Can I do a makeup tutorial for beginners? I've done a couple of get ready with me's, but if you want like a step-by-step how I do my makeup and like explain it and why I use products milli, I can do that. I haven't, I don't think. I'll buy hundreds of eyeshadow palettes, eyeliner, nail color, but stick to one product because you have sensitive skin. If you haven't, it's an older video where I do my makeup collection and it's a longer video, but I have copious amounts of makeup and it's ridiculously unhealthy for me to have all the makeup I have, which is why I haven't purchased hardly anything this year because I don't use a lot of what I have and I'm trying to get better about using the products I have before I go buying new products. There are products I want and are on a list for me to purchase once I kind of weed out some of this makeup. You were going to get the bronzer by Physicians formula is really nice. You buy makeup at Walgreens. There's nothing wrong with buying, and that shouldn't be a judgment or like someone should feel guilty for buying makeup at Walgreens. So do I. I buy makeup at Walgreens. Bet you with eyeliners. Oh no, I know I had a super chat and I missed it. I don't know how to get it back. How do I get it back? Is this how you do it? Yeah. Towards some beauty. Thank you so much, Lauren. You're so sweet. You didn't have to do that. When you're younger, it is better to try more affordable. I agree with that. When you're younger, it is better to try more affordable. Not only because you may not have the financial means, but I feel like one of the downsides with all of these beauty influencers and beauty gurus nowadays is it's pressuring teenagers and stuff in like the younger audience to purchase this expensive, sometimes unattainable for them products. And there is that's why I think a lot of influencers were being requested often to do drugstore hauls or to do the same look using your drugstore makeup, because not everybody can afford expensive makeup. I couldn't afford expensive makeup for a very long time. Sorry. You're a Natasha Denona fan too. You're getting into indie brands. I love, see, and I have loved multi-chromes. Eyeshadow Island has swatched and shown some beautiful multi-chromes from indie brands that I want to try, but I know right now I shouldn't be purchasing anything, so I haven't. Ipsy has gotten better. They now partner with Huda, which I've been dying to try their products. I have a couple of Huda products. I have a few of her eyeshadow palettes, which I do enjoy. Her foundation, the coverage is awesome. There's a lot of reviews. People love it or hate it. I struggle with the foundation shades. So, and I don't use this. Sorry for shaking everything. I don't use this very often because I initially bought 110 Angel Food, which is this shade here. And it looks light on camera. I don't know if it's totally translating. That's not true. I bought 210 Custard, which at the time was one of the lightest foundation shades. And I think it said it was, does it say on here? I don't know. I'm like fair to, I don't usually go, I go with either fair or light depending on the undertone. I have a neutral undertone, even though my face looks very red whenever I don't have foundation on it. My actual undertone is pretty neutral. And I think this one fit that description at the time. And it was one of her lighter shades. I've never swatched foundation. I'm terrible about swatches anyways, so bear with me. But that is this shade. That is so yellow. Like, that's not a neutral undertone. And I don't know, maybe I purchased incorrectly. I can't remember the description of this. So then when she came out and expanded her foundation line, I really liked the coverage of this. It does have it's pretty scented, but I can see past that. But when she expanded, I got this one, which was lighter, and it's 110 Angel Food. And it is still, I don't know if that's going to show, it is still super yellow. So neither one of these is my skin tone. I have to mix those to get something similar to my skin tone. And even then, it's not very close. I have to work with my bronzer and my concealer to make it work, which I'm not, for the cost of this at like, what is it, $35, I think, maybe more, a little bit less. That's expensive. That's, if it's $35, that's $70 right here just in these two foundations, which is freaking ridiculous. Especially since neither one of them are a good shade match for me. Claire, I hope you're having a good day too. Have you heard of the Foreo? I have heard of it. I don't have one. I have the Clarisonic, and I don't use it that often, to be completely honest. My skin is not very problematic, and I know I'm privileged in that. It never really has been problematic. So I just always have double cleansed and used products that I need when my face needs it. So if my face is dry, I try to use, which I have normal to dry leaning skin. So I always try to use very moisturizing products and hydrating products. I've never really struggled with oily skin. So I bought that more for my husband than for me, and he just doesn't take the time to use it, to be quite honest with you guys. Okay, Millie, I will definitely work on getting that video out for you. It'll probably be next week that it'll upload. I already have 2 makeup videos filmed that I just need to edit. One is me stepping way out of my comfort zone with the Eternal Eclipse palette, and one is using the Strawberry Dream palette by Manny MUA. You just got your son the mini James Charles Morphe palette, and you're not a fan of it. But he loves James Charles, and it was a great choice for his. Yeah, I mean, if that's what your children like, I would opt to maybe buy something cheaper. It doesn't necessarily mean the quality is bad. And what one person likes, especially as far as makeup goes, doesn't mean it's going to work or the other person's going to like. You're using The Ordinary for your skin. So far, you're loving it. Yeah, I moved quite a bit of my skincare into my bathroom finally. So my Ordinary is in my bathroom. The Inky List for me has been a good alternative. I have similar products in both the Inky List and in the Ordinary. I find them pretty comparable, and the Inky List is not as they're both not very expensive. But if you're looking for an alternative, I've heard Paula's Choice is a good alternative too that you can find at drugstores. I have not been able to find it at any of my local drugstores to try. You need a recommendation for a waterproof liner that can get in a good black and other colors. My eyes leak bad. The Fenty Fly Liner I don't know. Okay, this is not transfer proof, but I like the Anastasia one. It's not waterproof. It just transferred when I touched it. I don't know if I'm the best for eyeliner recommendations because I don't wear eyeliner all the time or even very often. So I typically use this one, or I use the Fly Liner. And I really enjoy the KVD Trooper eyeliner. As far as like liquid eyeliners, the Sephora like kohl pencils or gel pencils to me work great. If I ever put anything in my waterline when I'm trying to struggle with that, those are the ones that I use. I also have the Marc Jacobs one, and I know that's one of Smoky Glow's holy grail products. And my mom really enjoys Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I don't like it. It bleeds for me, and I don't have watery eyes. Bye, Mom of Two Cubs. If you're gone already, I'm sorry. You have some stuff from Unique, worst mistake you've ever made. I've never tried Unique. Santa got you a hand-chosen microchrome palette of singles from half of the sale at Devia. Is that how you pronounce it? You made your present. That's okay. I wonder how we will get shade matched. A lot of indie companies will allow you to buy samples, but it's rare to find foundations. Hey, Amber. Maybe you should try Huda foundation. My undertone is really yellow, and I have a hard time finding the right shade. I stay with Makeup Forever HD because I can't find another perfect match. Try the Huda. And that's one of the complaints for most people with Huda is it runs yellow. Like the undertone is very yellow. The coverage, it is a matte foundation, I believe. So I don't know what your skin type is or how I'm trying to dig it back out, or how you like to wear. But I'm pretty sure this is a matte foundation, or it's satin. I'm pretty sure it was a matte though, so keep that in mind. I had the Makeup Forever foundation at one point and I did not like it. You've received your Eternal Eclipse Lunar Beauty, and it's gorgeous. I have been a long time fan of the lip gloss. The shadows are worth the extra money. Don't spend a lot on makeup. I have no regrets. I love his, and in the video that I filmed with the Strawberry Dream palette, as I do my eyeshadow, I talk about my relationship into Lunar Beauty. So if you guys are interested in that, it's something a little bit different other than me just doing my makeup. For single ingredients, Paula's Choice is not drugstore. Is it not? I thought it was. I use their retinol and BAH. It's about half the price of Drunk Elephant with similar ingredients. She has a website. I thought I had heard Paula's Choice was a drugstore product. Maybe that's why I haven't been able to find it. Do you use a white primer under your mascara? No, I do not. The mascara is an uphill battle for me. Whenever I do go to purchase my empties that I have right now, I will be buying the BH mascara that Britt always is recommending. I know another one that she recommends is the Lash Paradise. I've tried that mascara. I don't like it. So I'm going to try the other one. You can buy it on Amazon, but you don't think it's authorized. Oh. I don't know why I thought it was drugstore. For some reason I did. Or that you could get it at a drugstore. Sorry for that misinformation. Alrighty, guys. I've been on here for a long time. Way longer than I anticipated. Oh, it's just online? Okay. Well, that was my mistake. I'm sorry, guys, for anybody who thought I was right. I'm obviously very wrong. I am going to go ahead and go. I'm going to try and film this reaction video and edit it and get it out for you guys. I am getting kind of tired and winded, though, so it may not be out until the weekend. I will go ahead and watch the Creep Show video. I know a couple of you guys said somebody else, Camelia, what was her name? You guys said somebody else made a video. If you guys could DM that to me so I can watch other videos. I didn't know other people were making videos. When you start to build a platform, I don't know if I've made this point, but once you start to build a platform, people are going to provide their opinion about you. Whether it's good or bad, it's part of the territory. Creators should know that that's going to happen. How they respond to it and deal with it and move forward from it is going to make the difference to me. So Josh is going live in 25 minutes. How long is Creep Show's video? Am I going to have time to watch the video and then watch his live? Let me see. Let's see here. Because I'd like to be able to watch the video. Okay. So her video's 15 minutes. So I really have to get going so I don't know what his live stream's about, but I'm going to go ahead and go watch this video and watch the Dad's Challenge live if it's related to this. And then I will, oh, it's an interview with the biological dad of who? I know what you're trying to say, Lean. Biological dad of who, though? Of Danielle? Is that who he's interviewing? One of the Family Channel kids. Interesting. Well, I'm going to try and watch this Creep Show video, see what she has. Bree. Oh, of one of the Weiss kids. Okay. So it's not imperative I watch his live before I give my opinions on whatever Creep Show says in her video. What exactly, let me ask this before I go then. What exactly are you guys wanting my opinion on about this Creep Show video in relation to Josh, the criticism? Are you wanting my opinion of her criticisms that she provides? Are you wanting, my overall view of everything going on right now and what people are criticizing him for, or just in particular what Creepshow said in her video? You guys let me know what you're looking for. So do Eileen. I have to watch it. A couple of people want my opinion on it. I just want to know, what kind of opinion are you guys looking for? Because if you're wanting like my overall opinion, I'm going to have to look for other people's videos to see what like the general consensus of people's criticism of him and his content are. If you're just wanting my opinion or reaction to the Creep Show video, then I'll just, that's not very unbiased though. If I just watched her video and nobody else's and gave my opinion of just hers. We'll see. Nobody's really providing me what you guys want. That's fine. What I will do then is I am going to watch Creepshow's video, and then I'm going to see if I can find other videos and watch those. And then, because I already have opinions of Josh and his content and where he's coming from. And like I said earlier, I support Josh. I like his overall message that he is trying to portray. However, he has said and done things at times that I don't always agree with. That doesn't mean I don't support him or I don't like him. I'm an adult and I can have legitimate criticisms and it not be an issue. It's not so much of an issue that I have to make a video about it. I understand why people do, because they want other people to feel that they're not alone in their opinions, is what I think. But I will definitely, yeah, I think that I talked about this earlier, so I'm not going to go into it too far. You weren't here for it, Claire. I think on the internet right now, a lot of dramas that end up happening are because people are being too critical of YouTubers. People are taking the fact that if you make a critical video or you make an opinionated video pointing out some of the things you don't like about a creator, the viewers or the other creator are automatically assuming it's because they don't like them. And that's not necessarily the case. I think more times than not, it's probably the reverse. They're just wanting to see you do better. So they're trying to acknowledge the criticisms that are there, that they are seeing. Because that's how I started with Katie. And that's still even how I feel at a lot of the times today, is I just want her to do better. I want her to acknowledge these criticisms that people have and stop playing into the poor behavior. Stop continuing the pattern. Break the cycle. Maybe hearing it from somebody will help you break the cycle. And providing criticism is one of the ways that you do that. And I think what happens is, I don't know if it's the viewers or if it's the other creator that's being talked about, if they're taking it too personally, if they're getting butthurt. I don't know what it is. And I'm not trying to make an assumption because I don't know how they feel. But it is what it is. It's part of the territory. Just like having trolls, just like having people leave you nasty comments is part of the territory of having a platform. You are also setting yourself up for criticism by other creators. It doesn't mean that they're hating you. It doesn't mean that they don't like you. It doesn't mean that they don't even support your content. It can very simply mean like, hey, I'm noticing XYZ about your content and how you're operating your channel, just to let you know. Does it necessarily mean it has to be a video? No, but that's what YouTube creators do. When you are a commentary channel, Your audience is there to hear your opinions and your commentary on whatever genre it is, whether you're talking about other YouTubers, whether you're talking about makeup products and reviews. I mean, that's essentially what commentary channels can be, is reviewers of other people's content and other people's actions. I mean, ultimately, if you really think about it, that's what a commentary channel is. So I don't know what her video is, what is said in it. I don't know if I'm going to agree with it or if I'm going to disagree with it. You guys know when I go live, you're welcome to have your opinion. You're not going to be ostracized for having a different opinion. I'm not going to block you for having a different opinion. If I end up having a different opinion than you guys, just be respectful. That's all I'm going to ask. I don't know. It seems that people are polarized about the fact this video was even made. So I know that this live stream it could potentially go haywire. You want them to do better, be better. You believe the platform comes with accountability because of the exposure. Also because people are living their lives online right now. Like, people who are unable to work literally are divulging their entire time to YouTube right now. That's why I made that video. Like, hey, check yourself. Check yourself. I fell into it as well. I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm not saying, we all don't fall victim to it. It is very easy to fall into a hole of content, and the black holes on YouTube are massive, and people fall down them, especially when you're at home, especially when you're on lockdown, especially when you can't work. It's very easy to fall into a pattern of just wanting to sit and consume video after video after video and not remember there's real life people that care about you, that want to know how you're doing, haven't heard from you in a while. Maybe they tried to reach out and you forgot. Maybe you were supposed to reach out to somebody and you forgot. I mean, there's a number of things. Everybody just needs to make sure that if you are spending copious amounts of internet time, that you are also combating that and making sure that you're making sure your real life connections, your real life family, your real life friends, even though you may not be able to see them, that you're maintaining some kind of communication with them. You think her video was well done? Well, I'm going to go watch it, and I'm going to see what some other creators apparently have made videos as well with their opinions. And I will come back to you guys later today. I'm probably going to try and do it before either right around 4 or 5. That way we can do the video before my husband gets home. I don't know. I'm going to see what other creators have planned for the day. So I don't want to overlap. If there's other creators who are talking about things you guys want to be present for, I will post the time on my community page and on my Twitter. So if you guys want to come back for that, it will be within the next couple of hours. I'm going to try and get my reaction video done, at least filmed, so I can edit it after the live stream. So with all of that being said, I am going to go so I can see what's going on, see what I've missed, and I will see you guys later today. Have a good one. Until then, bye guys.